Imagine living in a house where sunlight barely enters, where the only view from your window is the feet of strangers passing by. A place where drunk men sometimes relieve themselves right outside your window. Every single day feels like a struggle for survival. Then, suddenly, you get a chance to step into another world. A house filled with unimaginable wealth. A home with glass walls, a huge green lawn, and clean, fresh air. Luxury is everywhere you look. But what if this golden opportunity isn't a blessing? What if it slowly spirals into a nightmare? What if the burning desire to escape poverty leads to bloodshed? Today's story isn't just about two families. It's about the deep divisions in our society. It's about dignity, humiliation, and the dangerous power of greed. This is the story of Parasite. Our story begins in South Korea, where two families live in the same city but in completely different worlds. One family is poor, the other is rich. They breathe the same air, but they live in separate realities. Let's meet the Kim family. They live in a cramped semi-basement apartment. Half of their home is below street level, so their window faces the road, offering a view of shoes instead of faces. The air in their home is thick with the smell of damp walls, and cockroaches are frequent unwelcome guests. They don't have stable jobs. The father, Ki-taek, the mother, Chung-suk, the son, Ki-woo, and the daughter, Ki-jung, are all educated but unemployed. They make a little money by folding pizza boxers and struggle just to find a free Wi-Fi signal. Their lives feel stuck, but they haven't given up on dreaming of something better. One day, an opportunity knocks. Ki-woo's friend, who has been tutoring English for a rich family, is going abroad. He offers the job to Ki-woo. There's just one problem. The job requires a university degree, which Ki-woo doesn't have, but his resourceful sister, Ki-jung, forges a flawless diploma. With this fake credential in hand, Ki-woo confidently heads to the interview. He arrives at the home of the Park family. It's a stunning, modern house designed by a famous architect. The space is open and bright, with large glass walls and a perfectly manicured lawn. Everything is spotless and organized. Mr. Park is a successful businessman, and his wife is kind but incredibly naive. They have a daughter, Dae-ai, and a young son, Dae-song. Ki-woo easily impresses Mrs. Park and gets the tutoring job. This is the first step. This is the beginning of the change. Back home, Ki-woo shares the news, and a bold plan starts to form. They decide that every member of the Kim family will get a job in that house, one by one. First, Ki-woo recommends his sister as a sophisticated art therapist for the young son, Dae-song. Ki-jung, using a new name and a fabricated persona, nails the interview. Now, both siblings are in. Next on their list is the driver. Ki-jung cleverly frames him, leading to his dismissal. Their father, Ki-taek, steps in to become the new driver. Finally, they target the long-serving housekeeper. They concoct a scheme to make it seem like she has a serious, contagious illness. She's fired, and their mother Chung-suk takes her place. The plan is complete. The entire Kim family is now employed by the Parks, who have no idea they are all related. Everything seems perfect, but a dark secret is waiting just beneath the surface. One day, Mr. Park casually mentions to his wife that Ki-taek has a strange smell, a basement smell, the smell of poverty. Ki-taek overhears this. He says nothing, but the words sting. He feels a deep sense of humiliation. It's not just about a smell. It's about an invisible line, a boundary between classes that he can never seem to cross. One evening, the Park family leaves for a camping trip, but Kim sees the opportunity to enjoy the empty, luxurious house. They sprawl on the expensive sofa, drink high-end alcohol, and laugh freely. For a brief, intoxicating moment, they feel like they belong. They feel rich. But their fantasy is shattered by the doorbell. It's the former housekeeper. She claims she forgot something in the basement. Panicked, Chung-suk lets her in. The woman then reveals a hidden door leading to a secret bunker. Inside, her husband has been hiding for 4 years to escape from loan sharks. He's been living secretly right under the Park's noses. Another hidden life. Another parasite. A confrontation erupts between the two poor families. The former housekeeper records a video on her phone, threatening to expose the Kims. A violent struggle breaks out. Just as the chaos reaches its peak, the Parks call to say they're coming home early because of the rain. The Kims scramble to hide, shoving the other couple back into the bunker. They end up huddled under the living room table, listening to the Parks talk casually about their day, about love, and about how wonderful the rain is. For the Kims, this is a painful realization. For the rich, the rain is romantic. For the poor, it's a disaster. That very same night, the heavy downpour floods their city. When the Kim family finally makes it back to their semi-basement, they find it completely submerged in dirty sewage water. All their belongings are floating away. They've lost everything. They are forced to take shelter in a crowded gymnasium with other displaced people. The contrast is brutal. One family enjoys the weather, while the other loses their home. The next day is Da Song's birthday. Mrs. Park has organized a lavish garden party, and the Kims must attend as employees, masking their personal tragedy. Meanwhile, the man trapped in the bunker is starving and desperate. He manages to escape, grabs a kitchen knife, and runs into the sunlit garden, attacking the party guests. In the ensuing chaos, Ki-jung is stabbed. She collapses, and blood stains the perfect green lawn. As guests scream in panic, Mr. Park's only concern is finding his car keys. He recoils, pinching his nose at the smell of the man from the bunker, the same smell he associated with Ki-taek. This single, final act of disrespect breaks something inside Ki-taek. He can't tolerate the humiliation anymore. He grabs the knife and, in a blind rage, stabs Mr. Park. Then he runs and disappears, hiding himself in the very same secret bunker. In the aftermath, police investigate. Chung-suk and Ki-woo face legal consequences, but they survive. One day, from his own semi-basement, Ki-woo notices a light blinking from the Park house. It's Morse code. It's his father. Ki-taek is alive, trapped underground, a permanent resident of the bunker. Ki-woo makes a solemn promise. He will work hard, earn a lot of money, and one day, he will buy that house and set his father free. We see a fleeting, hopeful vision of this future. Ki-woo, now a rich man, buying the house, his father walking out into the sunlight. But it's just a dream. The film cuts back to reality. Ki-woo is still poor, still living in that same damp basement. It was all a fantasy. Parasite shows us a society that is unequal, a world with an invisible wall between the classes. The poor desperately try to climb it, while the rich unconsciously protect their space. It reveals how small, daily humiliations can build into explosive anger, and how desperation can lead to violence. In the end, the system remains unchanged. This isn't just a story about one family. It's a story about capitalism, survival, and the universal need for dignity. And maybe, in some way, it forces us to ask if we are all parasites living in someone else's world. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more content like this. See you in the next video.